What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today we'll be looking at how to generate a Fibonacci series. Now, what is a Fibonacci series? Now, if you guys know that the Fibonacci series, we are given the starting two numbers, that is 0 and 1. That is the starting point of a Fibonacci series, and then we add these two to get the next Fibonacci number. Now, so see, 0 and 1 will add up to 1, 1 and 2 will add up to 3, and so on. So let's look at the animation to make it more clear. Now we have these two numbers, right? Fibonacci numbers, right? That's the first Fibonacci number, that is the 0, and the second Fibonacci number, which is the 1. Now to get the next Fibonacci number, what we have to do is we just need to add these two and we'll get the next Fibonacci number. Now to get the next Fibonacci number, what we do is that we shift these to the left, add them, and we get the next Fibonacci number. Now we continue this procedure and we continue to get the next Fibonacci number. Now the Fibonacci numbers are infinite. You can go till the point where you want. Now in the program that we'll be implementing this logic only. We'll be shifting these variables, then again adding them, getting the next Fibonacci number, printing them, and then continuing with the same procedure. Okay, so let's quickly jump onto the code and start coding it. Okay, so I just created a file fibo.c and just wrote down the main and included stdio for input output. So let's start our program. Now the first thing that we need to know is how many Fibonacci numbers we want to print. Now we need to know this from the user, so I'll just be printing a statement and asking the input from the user. So now here I just took the input from the user. Now starts our main logic. Now we need to start printing the Fibonacci numbers, right? So we know that our first Fibonacci number is 0 and our second Fibonacci number is 1, right? I just declared them. Now what we need to do is we need to start printing them. So for this I'll be using a while loop. So I want to go till where? Now I need a loop variable, right? So I'll be using a variable called counter, which starts from 1. Now till when I want to print the Fibonacci number? I want to print it till the limit, right? So I'll start the counter from 1 and I'll go up till the limit. Okay, so this is done. Now there are three cases over here. First is that if your counter is equal to 1, that means that we need to print the first Fibonacci number. Now we know that the first Fibonacci number is fixed, that is 0, right? So we'll print 0. And there is another part. Now if the counter is 2, that means that we need to print the second Fibonacci number. Now the second Fibonacci number is also and we know the second Fibonacci number, right, which is 1. So I'll just print it. So after printing this, now we need to we come to a part when we need to calculate actually the next Fibonacci number, right, if it is greater than that. So what we do is that we get the number by adding the first and the second Fibonacci number, right? So we'll add the first and second Fibonacci number and we'll store it in the answer. It's equal to first plus second, right? So now that we have generated our Fibonacci number, now what we need to do is we need to shift these numbers, right? So we'll put the second into our first and we need to put the answer into our second, right? So we have these two lines. What do is they shift these numbers, what I showed you in the animation. These shift these two numbers, and then what we need to do is we need to print the output, that is the generated Fibonacci number. Now the generated Fibonacci number is stored in answer, right? So we need to print it. So I'll just print it. This loop will continue and we'll continuously get our new Fibonacci number. Now this is else. Now if we need to print say 5 till 5, right? So our first it will print, come to this if, it will get executed. For the second time it will print 1 in that if, and then after these we need to generate to find out which is the next Fibonacci number, right? So this will continue and we'll get our output. Now the one thing that I forgot is that we need to actually increment the counter, right? So we need to increment the counter by 1 because we need to find the next Fibonacci number, right? So I just incremented the counter and let's see if we have any errors. So we don't have any errors. Now let's run the code. It is asking how many number of Fibonacci, how many Fibonacci numbers do we want to print. So say suppose I say I want to print 6 Fibonacci numbers. Now if I enter 6, now as you can see our 0 is first, 1 is first, and after addition of the previous two Fibonacci numbers we get this. Now let's try for a higher number, say 10. Now as you can see, if you check these are the Fibonacci numbers. Now this is how you generate your Fibonacci series. So that's it for this one. Please do like our video, subscribe to our channel for more videos, and if you want any other program to be done by us, please do comment on any of our video or channel. Thank you.